seems kind of fussy. I can fix that. It's just he's coming down with a little cold, that's all.
You have to believe us, Kelly. This is Babe's son. We had no choice but to do what we did.
Really? I wonder if the police would agree that you had no choice. Why don't I just give them a call, huh?
No, you're not calling anyone.
You stole my child. You kidnapped my baby.
No, this baby has only been kidnapped once, and that was the night that he was born.
Really?
Kelly, it wasn't by me.
You can prove that.
Yes. Remember that night? It was in Lambview at the diner. And you saw me, and I was holding him, and I was getting a swab from inside his cheek for a DNA sample, and I got my proof, Kelly. This is my son. Look, we all know what happened that night that he was born, and it's not your fault, and it's not mine. It was Paul. Kelly, your brother, I'm sure he was trying to help you, but he also hated me.
I don't believe a word you say. I had to find him. I had to make sure that he's okay. I
understand. I do. I understand what you're going through, but we can't let you call the police.
I have to hold my son. Come here. Come here, honey. Come on. It's you. God, you've gotten so big. Yes, you have. Hey, sweetie. Oh, God, I miss you so much. I miss you so much. Hey, sweetie.
He's hungry. I think I'll just go feed him in the other room.
I know what this feels like. What you're going through. He's so precious too, and you love him so much. You're right. Losing a baby is the worst thing that can ever happen.
You don't know.
I do. I thought that I had lost my baby. For the longest time, I thought that he had died in the river. Until I figured out what Paul did.
How could you do what you did? How could you just take him? I had no idea where he was. Why didn't you just come to me?
I did. We tried. Mama came and she tried to talk to you, but it listen.
Stranger. My God, how could I know I could trust her? What would you do? You had no idea what I was going through.
I know. God, I didn't mean to try to make this worse. I have no idea how sorry I am that your baby was stillborn, Kelly. But that still doesn't give you the right to keep the child that Paul took from me. Nobody has that right.
I know. If Ace is really your son, then that other baby that you had, the little baby girl, that was Bianca Montgomery's child, wasn't it?
I didn't know for the longest time.
But eventually you knew. So basically, you're accusing me of doing exactly the same thing that you did. You kept a baby that didn't belong to you. A baby who belonged to Bianca.
I made a decision for the love of my husband. And I justified holding on to a child that wasn't mine. And it was wrong. And it ate at me every single day that that little girl wasn't with her mother. You know how I feel, don't you? Kelly, it is the same way that you justified holding on to my child.
I thought Ace's mother didn't want him. Paul told me that she was living on the streets, that she couldn't take care of him the way he deserved. But you knew. You knew that Bianca wanted her child, and yet you still said nothing. You said nothing to your friend. What kind of woman does that? What kind of mother?
It was the biggest mistake of my life, okay? And I will regret it till the day that I die, but I tried to make things right. I told Bianca the truth.
Right. After you took my child. What if you had never found Ace? You'd still be in Pine Valley passing off Bess as your own.
That is not true. I was going to tell Bianca everything, even before I found out that my little boy was alive.
I believe a word you say. You've told so many lies.
This isn't easy, Kelly. Not for any of us, but those babies belong with their mothers.
You're such a hypocrite.
I am telling you the truth. If you want to punish me, fine. Do whatever you want because God knows I deserve it. But you are going to be punishing an innocent child too. The child that we both love and care for. Kelly, if James ends up with his father, we're both going to lose out. Kelly, if the police are brought into this, JR is going to find out that he has a son, and then all bets are going to be off, and that little boy is going to end up being raised by his father. He's going to be a Chandler heir, and they'll mold him and they'll form him. I'll fight them, and you'll lose, just the same way that I did. Kelly, I know what is in store for him if he ends up with JR. Can't you see that I'm trying to protect my baby? There's no laughter in that house. No joy. All it is ambition and greed. And how long can a little boy stay innocent growing up in a household? How is he supposed to grow up to be the man that he's supposed to be when he has a father and a grandfather hovering over him where all they do is worship power and money? Sounds familiar.
Oh my God.
I kidnapped James for the exact same reasons that you took him from Kevin. To save the little boy that we love.